Hello everyone. I'm excited to come on here and do a training. Normally I do skincare or makeup or something fun like that, but I want to talk to you about my top reasons why I love network marketing. There are so many. They're really endless, but I wanted to go over my top ones. Now, I did write down notes from a training that I did a few days ago, but bear with me because I thought if I don't just press live, you know I'm probably not going to show up because then you overthink it. And also too, I put up my hair so the purple's really coming through. It's a little hard to see, but it's coming through. And then I thought I would attempt to do some purple eyeshadow today to match. I am proud of myself because colors scare me. It's taken me years to get color in my hair, and I never do colors on my eyes. I normally stick with like browns, neutral colors, because I don't know, for some reason it scared me, and I think it turned out really good. Okay, number one, and bear with me because I'm probably gonna get a little lost, but number one is work from any location. I am able to literally work any location in my own house, whether it's from my office, from my floor, but I also was able to work any location when we went on vacation in the summer, when I flew to Vancouver Island to visit my friend. You could literally work anywhere around the world as long as you've got some Wi-Fi, you've got access to the internet, you can work any location, which means anyone in the world can do this business. Second is your business is portable. Because you work on your phone and you don't have to deal with stock, shipping, any of that, you literally can work, like I said, anywhere in the world. So when I was on vacation, I was able to make sales because I didn't have to worry about shipping it. I don't have to be in one location, which I'm really thankful for because I like traveling as much as I haven't done in the last 2 years. If you are new to my page, Steve and I love to travel and we miss going to Europe. We were supposed to do Italy at the beginning of 2020 and yeah, that didn't happen. And so we've been pushing and hopefully we can go soon. Okay, number three, you actually work it around your schedule. So over the last 2 years, my schedule has completely changed from when I started to what I'm doing currently right now. So when I first started this business, I worked 10 plus hours a day at an office and I couldn't work this business full time. I worked it like sometimes part time. I would wake up and I would answer a few messages while doing breakfast. I would answer like 10 minutes. I would do some things like posts and whatnot, work my business 10 minutes a day at my lunch break because then I would focus on lunch and doing other things. And then in the evening, if I had time or wanted to, I would then plug in. I was able to, like I said, work it at different locations, but plug in when I could. And then a few months later, I lost my job working there and I put in a little bit more time. And then over the last 8 months, I've been able to dive in deeper. And so I work a lot, especially right now. I'm going through a 90-day run. So my work ethic and the amount I'm putting in is crazy. I'm doing a lot of hours in my business because I choose to, because I want to, because I know that I get paid based on how hard I work. The more I put in now, the more residual income is going to come. So of course it's 1 o'clock, so I'm getting all the notifications telling me you're not supposed to go live right now. But I wanted to come on here and talk to you. And so I really like that you get to work it around your schedule, how much you want, when you want, fit it into the cracks of your day. So if it's something that you just literally want to do for fun or as a part-time, sometimes job, you really can fit it in. It's where you put your priority. And like I said, I worked 10 plus hour days. And so I did not have time. And we got a puppy and I started a job. Started this business. I don't know what the heck I was thinking all in 1 month. It was a really good thing because God knew better. The Rona was gonna come. But you can work it in the nooks and crannies of your life. And so if it's something you've ever thought about doing and time is what's stopping you, don't let it stop you. You can, there are a crazy amount of things that we spend extra time on that if we stopped, like watching TV, going and waiting in line at like a food place, Starbucks. Hello, Amanda. As you're hopping on, say hello. And like always, if you share my live video, drop share below and you'll be entered into win a prize. And normally if we get to 5, I do a giveaway, but I would love to do one if we get to 2 shares. So go ahead, share. So number 4, also 2, do you go number like 3 or is it 3? I would love to know. 1 or 2? Put 1 or 2 in the comments. That is hard to switch back. Okay, so number 4. This is actually a pro and con, in my opinion, is the low cost of entry. Anybody can join. It is such a low cost. Honestly, I think the most expensive, and this is ridiculous, is like $10,000. Don't start with $10,000. You can start with Younique for 42 Canadian dollars. Most companies, you can start for a really low cost of entry for a few $100s. When you're starting a brick and mortar business, if you're starting a franchise, you're starting anything, you generally need to either save up a lot of money or go to the bank for a hard cash loan of upwards to $100,000. More than that, you need at least 10 grand. I was looking into buying my old boss's business. She owned a clothing store, and I was thinking she wanted at least 30 grand. Her business like barely even brought that in each year, and she wanted 30 grand for her business. And I was looking at getting a loan for that. And so a really good benefit is that network marketing, you can get it's a low cost of entry, like literally $42, somewhere a few $100s, a few $1,000s, and you get product for that. You generally, like, it's not even a loss because you're gonna get product with it. Whereas when you're starting your own business, you gotta get the loan and then go buy more stock and stuff. The con on that, I will say, is that means anybody can come up with the cash to join. Anybody can start their own business, and not everyone is meant to be an entrepreneur. Network marketing is a real business in a real industry, and it does take work. Just like if you were to start your own restaurant, you were to start your own clothing business, like if I started my own clothing business, I would hustle really hard because that was 30 grand on the line or more. And I would need to make sure the doors were open. I would need to make sure the lights were on. And I would need to make sure not only am I paying all my other bills, but I'm paying back that 30 grand. Oh, sorry, my dad's messaging me. He's gotta hop on a plane tomorrow, so gotta answer him after. And so the problem with anybody being able to join is that anybody can join. And it is a lot of work. It is just like any business. You're only gonna get paid with the amount of work that you put in, which for somebody who wants to build an unlimited income, be able to impact lives around the world, it's really amazing. But some people are meant to be employees, and that is okay. We need employees. We need people to work all the other jobs so this world can function. Not everyone is meant to be their own boss and an entrepreneur, which I don't think a lot of people realize that if you don't have good self-discipline. And I did not, up until this, and even now, I'm gonna say, self-discipline is one of my biggest struggles, and it's what I'm working on this year. And I am impressed with how hard I have been working. But if you can't set aside time, if you can't work hard, it's maybe just not for you. If you're not meant to be a business owner, that is okay. But a lot of people join, and that is the downfall because it is a low cost of entry, which is okay. Number five, you don't have employees or payroll. I have never owned a business with employees. I have owned other businesses, but I've never owned a business with employees. But I have worked multiple small businesses, like I've helped with small businesses. And let me tell you, being the employee, and I can understand from my boss's perspective what it's like to have employees, rely on them showing up. Like, I was really good at always showing up, but if I didn't show up, my boss's store wouldn't get open. Like, if I just didn't want to go in, or I was sick, like if I ever called in sick, like her store either didn't open so she didn't make money, or she would have to go in. So you're relying on employees and payroll. If you ever done payroll or been a part of payroll, especially in a small business, it is annoying. Making sure you submit your hours on time, like even as the employee, like I have done it where I've had to submit hours. You have to track all of that. You got to make sure you know, okay, when's the vacation pay and when's taxes. And then when I worked for Tristan in the office, I had to, as the employee, send all that stuff in. And then as his like business manager and office manager, I then would have to make sure that I paid my taxes. Like you as a business owner have to take money off of their paycheck, pay taxes, and then pay taxes on top of that. So with network marketing, you don't have to deal with payroll. You don't have to deal with employees. Although what's nice about having employees is you get to fire them if you don't like them, if you don't align. You can't get fired from network marketing, which is amazing. I'm going to have that as one of my things. So when you work with people, sometimes there's a few people where I'm like, no, I have to cut off, or I need to spend a little less time with you because I can't fire you. You're not my employee. So there is that benefit, but you don't have to deal with payroll. Your company is going to take care of them. All their pay is set up and structured. They automatically get paid every 3 hours. I don't have to deal with that. So I'm very thankful because I don't have to deal with multiple people's taxes and payroll. Okay, you get paid. So number 6, you get paid exactly the amount of value you bring to the world. Let me repeat that. you get paid exactly the amount of value you bring to the world. So if you have joined network marketing before and you made very little money or zero money, honey, I'm sorry to tell you, how much value were you bringing to the world? Now, I can say you could probably post a graphic photo, which I hate when people post graphic photos. You could post a graphic, and maybe your aunt on your mom's side or whatever decided to purchase, and so you at least got paid for that. Great. But if you're not making big income, it's because you're not bringing enough value. Whether that's educating on the product, educating on your service, bringing value to that, or just bringing value to the world through other ways, through training, through showing up. So make sure that that is what you bring. But that's the benefit, is you can always be growing and you can always be getting better. Like when I first started, I worked super part-time, half the time not. Like most days I just wouldn't, but I would show up a little bit. And my paycheck reflected that. But since then, I've been able to grow and add more value to my audience, to my team, to the world, and my paycheck has been growing. Which also, hopefully, did I have it? Segues. Oh, also I just gotta talk about this. I'm not an accountant and I don't know all the regulations, but the tax benefits. So number 7, the tax benefits of a home-based business is incredible. The products that you use, your starter kit. Did you know your starter kit is a write-off for your business? Your cell phone bill, my office, my square footage, so a chunk of our mortgage. A lot of every product that I buy, although I mostly get my products for free. The notepads that I bought just to be able to do your heating bill, your water bill, food, like I buy things for my team, those prizes, a lot of clothing. There are so many tax write-offs and benefits of owning your own home-based business, which I don't think gets talked about enough. Make sure you get a really good accountant or do some research, because you could be saving yourself a lot of money and you want to make sure that you have that. Also, too, a really good thing is making sure that you are registered as a business, because that's going to help save you in taxes as well. Number 8, there is no discrimination against anybody. Have you ever experienced or know someone who has experienced not getting a job or getting paid less or not being able to have the same benefits because of their age, their race, their gender, their sexuality? There is none of that in network marketing. There's none of that. We don't care your age, your race, your gender, what sexuality you prefer. Like, none of that matters. There's no discrimination. I love that there's so much diversity on our team and in our company. The fact that we are a makeup and skincare based company, we have so many incredible men, that we have people from all walks of life, all ages. It doesn't matter if you grew up in a really good neighborhood and you had the money to be able to go to school, because anybody, like I said, again, anybody can find the money to start and to build a business. And literally network marketing is in every country in the world. Not every company is in every country in the world, but we are in over 13 countries. And I am so proud that there's so much diversity on our team and in our company and in this profession and in this industry. So there's absolutely no discrimination, which I really love. Okay, number 9, there is no stability working for someone else. Have any of you experienced this in the last 2 years? If any of you lost a job or know someone who's lost a job, thought they were in industry, literally nurses and doctors are getting fired or losing their jobs in the last few months because of a medical choice or because of different reasons. There have been so many layoffs. Nurses and doctors who we would have thought like would have a job forever have been laid off. There is no stability in working for somebody else. You can get a really good job. You can think that your job's going to stay there. But in the last 2 years, like, let me know, honestly. Drop in the comments, even if you're catching the replay, let me know. Have you ever lost a job or someone you know in the last 2 years? Or even ever. But in the last 2 years, like, I didn't think so. We were booming. Like, the business I was in, like the year before 2019, we were booming. We did the best we had ever done that December. We were launching into some really good advertising. We were going to have an amazing, incredible summer. We had some massive tours planned out that we were going to be touring. Like, we were set up for really good success. And still to this day, it has not come back fully. Like, I helped him out a little bit. We've done a few events. He had a decent like October and November, but it's all crashed again. There is no true stability. Whereas when you work for yourself, no, I'm going to be completely honest, your paycheck may not always be where you want it in the first few months because you're building. It's going to take a while, but you can 100% rely on yourself. You know that if you, the amount of value you bring, the amount of work you put in, your paycheck can grow and grow and grow. It is all based on you and what you put in. And until you choose to fire yourself, which can happen. If it's not for you, fire yourself. I get it. That's okay. But there's a lot more stability in relying on yourself and what you can bring and building up your own industry, because I know that I will always have a job. Like, being online globally, it doesn't matter if Canada crashes, if the United States crashes, I still have stuff globally. It doesn't matter if something else crashes. People are always going to be online. People are always going to be shopping, and it is based on the amount of work that I put in. And so, unfortunately, I can't trust the stability of working for somebody else. And that is just something I have realized after the years of the job before the one I lost during the pandemic. I went on a trip. She knew many, many months ahead of time. And I was there, and while I was on my trip, she messaged me and said, hey, by the way, you don't have a job to come back to because I sold the business. I had worked there since I was 16. I worked there, what, 4, 5, 6, 7 years? And while I was on vacation, she told me she sold the business and I didn't have a job. She actually had told me, like, oh, by the way, I sold it a couple weeks ago. And I was like, oh, okay, good to know. It ended up being a huge, huge blessing, and I'm super thankful. There isn't stability working for somebody else. So really working, network marketing is going to be where you can build. All right, what are we on? 10? I'm thinking we're on 10. Okay, residual income and actual residual income from the work that you do now. Like I said, you're not going to be making this like, you know, people think, oh, I'm going to join, I'm going to get rich quick. There are millionaires out there, 6 figures. I hear 6 figures. People are making all these numbers. Awesome. People are growing. Yes, but you need to be putting in the work now and build. But residual income is really cool, and it goes on and on and on and on. And it means, so if you don't really know what residual income, it means that you're getting paid for work that you did before. So I'm going to use, now this is for any company. Honestly, I want you to join a company that you align with, that you are going to have passion around and have the most success. I'm not saying you have to ever join mine unless it is something that you align with. If you love makeup and skincare, if you can relate or you're passionate about sexual or child abuse, and you want to help women find healing and all of that, but our collagen. So definitely find a business that has some subscriptions, because this is freaking amazing. I am doing the work now to get people onto subscription. And now they are going to purchase every single month. And so the work that I do now, so let's say 5. Let's say we just did 5. That's like, yeah, 100. So $500. Let's say I just did 5 subscriptions. The work I do now is going to always be bringing me 500 in PRS every single month. Every single month. Now, if I do a little bit more work next month, it's going to be bringing in more. So even when I go on vacation, if I were to take time off, if I needed, like if there was a death in the family, I needed to take time off and I couldn't work my business, that money would still be coming in. The same as when you grow a team. So now I have my team members who also every month have those 5 subscriptions coming in. So I have 1, so that's 10. Now she has what? That's 15. Now her girl has some. It's going to grow and grow and grow, and that is money that is always going to come in from the work that I did now, the work that I did last week, the work that I did a year ago, and I am seeing the hard work that I put in last March and spring is paying off now. The work that I put in November when we exploded is paying off now. The work that I'm putting in now in this 90-day run is going to explode next year, because that's just how it works. You're planting the seeds, you're watering them, and girl, you just wait till your garden grows. Or man, if you're on here watching too. Okay. Number, was that 11? Number 12. When you don't go to work, you still get paid. So this goes right into that same thing as residual income. There were a few times where, like, we went on vacation and yes, I stopped working. I put my phone down. I didn't work. And I still got sales. My team's money still, like, it still got cashed. So have you ever missed a funeral because you couldn't afford to fly somewhere to get there? Have you ever missed a wedding, an event, anything because you couldn't afford to get there? You couldn't take the time off because work wouldn't allow you? There have been many times where Stephen, although had the ability to, there's a lot of times where he can't because he has this blows my mind, and it's just the way the world works. That he is his employer says this is how many times you get off. You get 4 weeks. And he's very lucky to have 4 weeks. Most people have 2 to 3 weeks off. Somebody else is deciding when he gets to have vacations, when he gets to take time off. If a family member, like anyone dies, the government gives you, is it 3 days? I think TELUS gives them 4. You get 4 paid days off. Some are not even paid. 4 days. I want to imagine your child died, your spouse died, your mom died, your grandma died, your grandpa died, your dad died, and you get 4 days to grieve, and then you gotta get back to work, or else you're not gonna get paid. If you decided to take a few weeks off, few months off, can you afford with what is in your savings? When I say the difference a few $100s a month can make in a family's life, or the amount that you could potentially make with network marketing, because if I take time off, I know my team's still going to show up. I know people are still going to purchase. I know that money's still going to be dropped into my account. Now, it is not the numbers that I want it to be because I want it to go and grow and be more. But I know with what I have built and what I'm building, I will have the ability to be able to actually take the time to grieve. Now, I hope you also get life insurance because that's a really big thing. But I don't have life insurance on if my mom dies. I need more than 4 days. And you technically, I think, it has to be a certain, like the government's not going to let you take, 4 days off if it was your, best friend's, whatever. Like, so Steven, his best friend's brother passed away. Work doesn't cover that. Like, that is so far removed from, family and whatnot. But that really affected him. He grew up with him. Of course you want to grieve and be there for the funeral and take the time off. But it cuts into all your vacation. It cuts into your PD dates, whatever they are, cuts into all of that. And eventually you're just gonna have to take unpaid days. And eventually if you take too many days off, you're gonna get fired or you're gonna at least get written up. And so I really love the story of Jessie Lee Ward. She is one of the top in network marketing. She was on a company trip, not working, because she was on a company trip, so she was enjoying the beaches in Nicaragua. She got a call that the woman who raised her grandma, was not going to make it. So she took the next flight, which, if you're traveling, the next flight back to Maryland was $2,000, so she had to pay for that. Her brother, who would otherwise not be able to afford to fly, was in Taiwan. She flew him back, which was, again, a few $1,000s. So she was able to help him so that they could be by her bedside. The woman that raised them, they could be by her bedside. She didn't spend any time working. She was literally there by her side for days. On the 15th of the month, which is when their company pays the big paycheck, $200,000 was dropped into her account. And the next day, her grandmother passed away and she then couldn't work for weeks. But because of the work that she did, she was able to still get paid. Her bills were still be able to take care of. She was able to fly back to be able to see her grandmother and be there as she left this earth, bring her brother there, take care of all the expenses, and then not work for weeks because she needed to grieve. But her bills and everything was still taken care of. You could never convince me that this is not a better way, that network marketing is not incredible. Whether it is for you or it's not for you, I am just forever thankful that women out there, she got to experience that she was able to have that in her life, and that when our hot water tank broke in March, if I didn't have this business, if I wasn't able to bring that extra $1,000 in to cover the expenses, what would we do? And whether you get to Jessie Lee Ward's level where $200,000 gets dropped into your account, or did you know that all it takes is $400 a month extra to get people out of the poverty line? To get people out of poverty. If you're living paycheck to paycheck and you're not saving anything, what would an extra $100 a month do if you could put that away to savings? That would mean, or whether you put that to savings. Okay, well, we've made an extra $100 a month that every time you want to go on that date, your friends say, let's go out for dinner. Your friends say, let's do that escape room. You do whatever, you could afford it because you know, okay, I've got that extra 100, like extra fun money. That is literally why I started this business, was because I was like, yeah, I want to be able to say yes to getting my hair done. I want to be able to say yes to getting my nails done. I want to be able to say yes to like, hey, Steven, let's go and do this fun activity and we don't have to figure out in our budget. I just made that by selling mascara. Whether you grow your fun money account or I know I have lived it. I know so many people, if I literally could just make an extra $100 to $500 a month extra, I wouldn't be scrambling and scared because you'd be getting, I'm getting more and more broke every single month. Every single time like the paychecks rolled around, the bills came out, it was just getting worse. It was harder to like get forward because we would be behind on rent. I remember being months behind on rent when I lived with my ex. We could barely afford groceries. Like we literally shopped at the dollar store. If I could have, so wish I could have found network marketing, but it would have not ended well because of the relationship I was in. Sorry, got blood in the nose. But an extra $100 a month would have made a huge difference. An extra $500. A few $1,000 would have been life-changing. Okay, let's go on to, what are we on, 13? Yes, so when you don't work, you can still get paid. Ooh, okay, this is like the coolest thing that I found out the other day. Did you know that a network marketing business is a willable business? It is a business that you can will to somebody when you pass away. So when I say not only are you going to change your family's life, your life, when you bring in that extra $100,000, $100,000, $1 million, but it is generational changes. Generational wealth can come from it. So I'm checking the whole table because I got that Dexter Yager, who is was one of the top people in Amway. Amway has been around like forever. It is not one of the first, but it has been around for a really long time. It has paved the way. Did you know that he is long passed away and his family still gets paid every single month from his business? I want you to listen to this. Network marketing is a willable business. So if you're in network marketing now and you don't know this, you can will your business so that money that you get every single month can still go to generations after generations forever and ever. I want you to guess. How much do you think Dexter Yager's family, still to this day, after years of him being passed away, no longer on this earth, he is not working? You know how much his family gets paid every single month that gets dropped into their account? $600,000. Let me say it again. $600,000. $600,000 gets dropped into their family account every single month because of the work that he did when he was alive. He is long gone. And his family is still getting paid. That is his kids, his grandkids, his great-grandkids. It is going on forever. Think about the generational change you can do. A lot of traumas and addictions and problems come from, and this is not an excuse because you can change what has happened, but your family has been waiting for you to make the change, to get up out of that small town, to get up out of the generations of that's just how we do, that's just how the family is, we've all got addictions, we've all got problems, it just happens, it happens, it happens, it happens. You can change that because of the work that you do. And I'm excited to know that like my family is going to remember me like years down the road to be like, no, we have these abilities because of what great-great-great-great-grandma, although we might have kids, so maybe like great-great-great-great-great Aunt Izzy was able to do. Like I want to be able to make enough money that I can have a fund for my nephew and he, at any age, I can take him anywhere, that I'll be able to pay for the whole family to go to Disneyland. That he has, I wouldn't say a college fund because I want him to have the choice to know that he doesn't have to go to college. But here is enough money that you could buy your first house, that you could start your own business, that you could go to college if you want without any debt, to be able to like have somebody go get an education without worrying about debt is a really big thing because I know most families, most parents can't give that to their kids, or they can give them like, the first year semester. So to be able to do that for multiple families, for my nieces, my nephews, and all of that is something I'm very grateful for and I'm very thankful for. And yeah, the fact that like $600,000 gets dropped into their account and he's long passed away. It's pretty amazing. Okay, are we on 13, I think? Yep. Okay, I already said that was a willable business. Okay, yes. Also, so that'd be 14. The training in network marketing is world class. The amount of training, education that we get is incredible. We have like the top people that come and train in our company and this industry. It has all been done before. If you want to make $100 or you literally want to make millions upon millions, it has all been done before, and people are there to train you, the best of the best on social media, the best of the best on personal development, on business, on sales, how to talk to somebody, how to speak, how to be a leader. The work like Tony Robbins, I'm trying to think of other people like Ed Milet, John C. Maxwell, like all these top amazing people that are, whether they're in network marketing or they train outside of it, train in this industry, train in this business. You get the top business people in the world. It is world class like none else. And you would be joining a team that has so much training. Like any of your sponsors, anyone that you would join, the company has so much training, the sponsor has so much training. If they don't, make sure you look into that before you start the business. But even YouTube, free stuff on YouTube. There's so much like step-by-step training that you absolutely never have to worry about anything in any kind of field. Okay. Last but not least, you will always be supported. We do not have competition in this business. Whether you're in a different company or you're in the company with me or with somebody else, there is no competition. It is all support. We win by lifting each other. Our boats float by the same water, which is what I love, because there are so many businesses where we're in the same industry, also network marketing, and we collaborate, we support each other. Whereas like the CEOs of like, you know, McDonald's and Wendy's are not, I know some of them are like owned by the same people, but they're not sitting down collaborating. They're competing with each other. How many times do you see them like next to each other and they're fighting? In this business, you're so supported, whether you're supported on your own team or supported through other like company, like it's all this amazing family, and I absolutely love the amount of support, and like people just want to see you win and cheer you on. And like literally go check out my one of my latest posts about how it was my 2nd year anniversary. The amount of people on there that are congratulating me, cheering me on, are also in their own network marketing business. And I had no idea, because I have come from the world of like, no, it's competitive. Like, no, she's our competition, he's our competition. Like when we worked in like entertainment, although we knew everybody, we talked, we mingled, we knew stuff, it was like, no, I want that job before them. Let's make sure we get them, or like whatever. Like, no, we're here to support and grow together, and I love that so much. Okay, I'm sure I've kept a lot of your time. Thank you so much. If you have any questions, these are just some of my top reasons why I love network marketing. There's literally so many that I can't stop thinking of. A few just like on my company alone, which I'll do really quickly. Like I said, I want you to start a business that aligns best with you, whether that is with me in my business or that is somebody else, that is okay. What I love, 5 top reasons why I love Younique. There are like literally no fees. We don't have website fees. We don't have yearly fees, monthly fees. You don't have to keep stock, all of that. The number one thing, which I should have started with first, is our Younique Foundation. The reason we started is because our founders wanted to create a safe haven retreat for women to attend who have been sexually abused in adolescence, to know that they are a victim, they don't have to hold the trauma on their shoulders, and they can find healing. I love that so much. That is literally why we started this business. Our founders did not need the money whatsoever, and that segues into the other thing. Our CEO, I thought this was true, but I heard him out of his mouth at the Leadership Success Retreat in December, said, so he's also the founder, he's also the CEO, and he said, because I want to put you first, the women first, these presenters first, all of you guys first, to prove that I care more about your success than my success, I'm not gonna take a paycheck. It's huge, huge deal. That he's not in it for the money. He had the money, he built a huge business, sold his business, was a multi-millionaire, used that money to start our company so we're not in debt. I also really love that we are an innovative company. We're always growing, we're always like getting better. They're trying to find top amazing things. I love that we're launching new products every single month for the next 2 years. Every second month is going to be a world-class innovative product that nobody else has, including this month is our collagen, our liquid collagen, which is literally the best on the market. the best that was on the market before. Just got, like, that creator just created ours, which I love. And the last one, I had it, oh my gosh, there's just so many, like, trying to think, is we are literally the founding company for online parties. So you see it everywhere. You see everybody working their business online. We were the very first company to ever bring that at-home party to online. So we are innovative, we are growing, and I love that we were the first, and we're always just getting better. And so we've got a lot of experience and a lot of people who are training. And if you are ever interested in starting a business and you have just questions in general on what to look for and what is best in a company, ask me questions. And if you feel aligned with joining my team in Younique, I would love to help you get started. We've got an amazing success system. Step by step, you're gonna have me walk with you. But if it's not for you and you want to just ask questions, be like, hey, I'm looking at this company, hey, I'm looking at this company, or what should I look for? This is what I love, this is my passion. What are the best companies out there for this theme, for passion or whatever? Message me. Like I said, I'm never a sales, like pressure sales. I want you to find what is best for you and what is going to bring you the most success. Now, a really huge tip that I got to let you know is that you want to find a company though that is like what you're aligned, sorry, like I got a message, what you're aligned with, but you are your biggest asset. So I know no matter what company I am in, I'm going to grow and I'm going to hit the top. It doesn't matter because I'm my biggest asset. Now, I love my company. I'm never going to leave, and I align with a lot of it, so it makes it a lot easier. But know that it doesn't matter what company within, what team, who your upline is. It's your business, and you can make it work. Love y'all. Have a wonderful day.